Welcome to my channel. Here I have the latest book by Leila Duly, Walk in the Woods. I think that you already saw a lot of reviews for it because it very quickly became very popular, and well, I wasn't sure if I need it because I also have Beautiful Planet, her previous book, and I hadn't touched it yet. I love it dearly, but well, not enough time, that's usual problem. But when I saw a review, I realized that pictures here, they are very similar to Flower here. Flower here I really love. So in the end I decided that okay, I will purchase it, I need it. I decided that in this video I will show you my favorite pictures and I will try to explain why. It has the same size, the same paper as Beautiful Planet. I do love this bright white color of the paper. I think that it's the best for botanical illustrations, for botanical books. When I look at these pictures, for me, that's the perfect size and perfect amount of details. Here I'm sure that I can work with pencils because I mostly prefer to work with polychromos. On Leila Duly pictures, they have natural colors, they have nice tips, and they have nice variety of green colors, everything I need for such pictures. But I also think that here I can use Derwent Inktense, pencils which I really need to use more frequently. As usual, there are bigger projects like this one. It's nice, but I'm not sure that I'm ready to start from such a huge picture. Somehow in Flower Year, smaller size, it was less intimidating, but definitely here it's easier to color with bigger flowers. I really love that here we have classical mix of Leila Duly, a little bit of birds, a little bit of animals, and amazingly beautiful botanical compositions. So my first favorite is this horse chestnut. Why? Because I absolutely love horse chestnut trees. This tree is a symbol of Kiev. Usually in May we have the whole city in these flowers. It looks amazing, and I have huge tree of this kind in my yard, just in front of my windows. So I have a beautiful view from my windows. So definitely I intend to color this horse chestnut tree. Perfect size, beautifully depicted flowers, and even couple of already ready chestnuts. So really my first favorite is this one. Next, I do love that here we have a mix of wildflowers and more garden flowers. That was probably my biggest problem with Flower here, that there we have wildflowers and I repeated the same color combos, those a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, and well, in the end it was boring. Here we have bigger variety of botanical elements, bigger variety of plants and flowers, so I think that it will be more fun to color. This one is probably the most intimidating because I still don't know how to color Lily of the Valley properly. I already tried to do it many times in Maria Trolley, in Kanoka Yugusa, but my Lily of the Valley, they never look white with delicate shading. I still try to find perfect color combo, how to show shadows inside of the flower and between petals, and at the same time for them to remain white. So it will be a nice picture to continue my practice. My second favorite is this one, because it's one of the best examples of compositions. All compositions in Leila Duly book are good, but here I really love this res, where we have one very interesting area here. Second emphasis she made on the bird. Everything is well balanced, a lot of interesting elements, and here we can see that she indeed does hand drawing, because each of the petal it made individually. They are not duplicated, not duplicated in with some IT technology. All lines are perfect, very elegant. So this one I selected because of the composition. We move forward. This one also really nice. I think that maybe here we can even use a little bit of watercolors to make bigger areas, maybe watercolor also for the leaves, but of course pencils for them. For the bunny, a really nice balance between small projects, big projects, and I was happy to find also some pictures with black background. I think that many flowers, they look nice on black background. Well, this one is nice for quick projects. You know that from time to time I do love to do such quick works, especially when I have very limited free time. Still, you can do such small project to practice some color combos, which later you can also use for bigger projects with the same flowers. This one really very similar to flower here. Oh, well, this one is intimidating. I can't imagine how to color it. Maybe here I will try to use some of my felt tip pens. I will try to find more natural colors, not very vibrant, but without felt tip pens, I don't know how to color all those tiny flowers, delicate branches. Well, this one is also very complicated. Oh, this one is very lovely. Another one with a lot of intricate lines. That's my next favorite. As I said, I'm glad that here we also have garden flowers. I love when we have in the same time flowers and berries on one page, and that's exactly what we have here. Beautiful roses, but also some berries and a nice variety of leaves. Well, for me, that's another example of perfect composition and perfect size of details. I think that this size of flowers, it's perfect. On the previous pages, maybe it was a little bit too small for me. And I do love how on this very busy page, she still managed to attract attention of the viewer to the bird. What a talent. And here they have such a nice balance. One simple bird here, bird between leaves here, and they look beautiful together. Oh, well, it's nice, but again, I have to decide how to color all those tiny flowers, because I love to work on details, but just need to find the perfect media here. This one is amazing. Here I start to think that maybe I will use my water-soluble pencils, Inktense and Kohinoor Mondeluz. On such delicate hydrangea flowers, I think that it will be really nice to do gradients from blue into violet with water-soluble pencils. It will be very interesting. Some examples of smaller projects, also nice. I'm glad that in 2 recent books she started to add such landscapes. This one, again, another one of my favorites, I selected because it has a little bit of dahlias, another one of my favorite flowers, and again, composition is perfect. This mix of dried flowers, autumn flowers, feathers, I think that it's very elegant. This one could be really good for watercolors. I will try to remember that here I have good area to practice how to color autumn leaves. Another very interesting rest, and I'm glad that in the end we have a list of plants, so elements which I don't know the name of them, I can learn about them in the end of the book. This one I selected because I do love both pages. Very nice quick projects here, never boring, because we have snails, we have animals, and we have this a black background, which also helps to make these projects very quickly. This one I also noticed for myself as a page to practice working with different ink tanks. Lovely mushrooms. Sorry, can't open the next page. Well, here I think that I will try to work with watercolors. I think that my leaves with watercolors, I can do fall leaves, but with green leaves, well, I never had a successful page. So maybe here, with this relatively big areas of the leaves and their beautiful shape, maybe finally I will learn how to show properly highlights on the leaves, how to do shadows for the green leaves. So it will be my picture to practice. And I have a soft touch for berries, so when I see picture with berries, I always put it on my favorite list. Oh well, this one is complicated. You need to be very brave to start from such picture. Maybe later. And I was very happy to find a lot of winter pictures. You know that usually during January, February, when you want to color something with winter spirit, but without any Christmas elements, I think that these botanical compositions, they will be perfect. Another page which I put on my favorite list because it has nice pine cones and a lot of various berries. Berries, that's my theme, and roses, it's my favorite theme. Perfect picture for some January, February coloring. And the last one I again selected because of the composition. You can see that even if it's very busy on the right side and relatively empty on the left, it still looks like a perfect example of winter rose. So I will enjoy doing each and every of these elements. I think that here I would use polychromos pencils, and even if it looks quite busy, I think that it will be quite quick work to do. I just need a lot of green pencils to do different kind of pine tree branches and different varieties of leaves, then brown colors here and several very bright accents on the berries. So my rest, I already did my color planning, but it will have to wait until January or February. In the end we have names of flowers, very helpful. I'm very grateful to Leila Duly that she usually explains her sources of inspiration. So that's were my thoughts about work in the woods. I hope that this purchase will push me into finally starting both this book and Beautiful Planet, and it will be my great return to the books by Leila Duly. Thank you for watching, and until my next videos.